Derived energy, you are painfully wrong about the mathematics in this. But first, okay, you like to make text videos. I don't mind that per se, if that's what you want. I'd rather be able to listen. On the other hand, I don't mind it because I'm fine reading blogs, but could you put the text in the description so I can read it at my own pace? Okay, that's my request. Okay, but whatever, you don't have to do that either. Whatever, it's just a request. But I watch less of your videos because of that way, but I do somewhat keep up with your arguments, so no loss really if you don't do that request. But I would like that. Okay. The only sense in which your chance of being at the end now, the end as in the present moment, is because of population growth. So there's more people at the end if you're going to take the whole group statistically as one group. But if the human race dies off, there'll be a point where the population starts to decline. So you won't have the bulk of the people are going to be in the middle. But you're not explicitly arguing from that. So let's just talk about this 95%. You're saying there's a 95% chance of being in the last 5% of the people. And that's painfully wrong. There's a 95% chance that you're in the first 95% of the people born. There's only a 5% chance that you're in that last 5%. You've got it backwards. 95% of the people are born, so there's a 95% chance you're one of them. That means there's only 5% of the people that are at the end. Most of the people are in the first part, and you don't know where in the first part unless you start taking different statistical cross-sections. And if you take a statistical cross-section, just according to the way you're thinking of this grouping, of 6%, no matter where you take the 6%, even if you break it up, like people born on a odd-numbered year, that would be 50% of an every other year sort, broken up, and there's a 50% chance of being one of those people if you take the whole set. But there's another issue here of covariance, where the error and odds of the uncertainty of one statistic is related to a neighbor, or to another statistic. And since population growth is related like this, one generation is related to the next. Like if a person who's in the 100th generation dies, there isn't going to be 100 before he procreates. There isn't going to be 101st generation in there. So his fate is related to the fate of others, and whether there's people in that set from that line. So you're probably going to have other kinds of relationships statistically to deal with, that when you just say I'm going to take them all and forget the fact that they're related. So population growth is generally up so far. It goes down sometimes, but if you're talking about the end of the human race, then you're talking about an assumption that it goes back down. It might be really sharp, but it's still going to go down. It's not going to take zero amount of time. So it's going to be going down. Thus, if you take the population into account, when the most populous generations were, you're going to have the highest percentage in the middle somewhere at the peak. Okay, you should rework this.